What's going on, guys? It is the Coaster Battleman here, bringing you another amazing coaster countdown. The top 10 airtime filled coasters I have ridden. There are several coasters I have ridden that have some of the best airtime out there, and I'm basing this off of the airtime's strength, amount, and overall smoothness of the coaster, and how the airtime is with the smoothness. And let's move on. Number 10 is Viper at Six Flags Great America. This coaster has some great airtime moments. That's why it's on this list. This coaster has some great airtime. Overall, solid ride. It has some good airtime moments, but it is a Coney Island Cyclone replica or clone, so that's why it's not getting higher on the list, because it is not an original layout, and it's not really known for the airtime. Number 9 is another coaster that's not really about the airtime, but the airtime it delivers is strong. This is Maverick at Cedar Point. This coaster has two amazing, strong ejector airtime moments. This coaster has a very strong layout, and those two ejector airtime hills really help create this coaster an even stronger ride. Even with those bank turns and inversions and the launch, the ejector airtime moments help this coaster become the perfect Intamin Blitz coaster. And that's why it's on this list, because of those two outstanding ejector airtime moments. Number 8 is Blue Streak at Cedar Point. Now, the quality of this airtime is not good because this coaster is unbearably rough, at least when I rode it. Blue Streak, very rough ride when I rode it. The airtime was okay, was good because you were flying out of your seat in the back row, but other than that, this coaster is very rough. But the airtime that it delivered was good, but it was too rough to enjoy it. That's why it's not getting higher on this list, but there is a lot of airtime on this ride. Number 7, you may be surprised by, but it's an RMC hybrid, Goliath at Six Flags Great America. Still the only RMC I've ridden. Eventually, I gotta get down to Southern Indiana and Louisville so I can go to Kentucky Kingdom and Holiday World and ride Storm Chaser, Voyage, all those airtime machines. But Goliath is an airtime-filled RMC. It has some nice airtime hills with some good moments and some great airtime on the inversions, which is actually called hang time. Overall, Goliath has some great hang time, which I consider airtime, and some great airtime moments, which make it on this list. Number 6 is, I consider, the best coaster I've ridden, Millennium Force. This coaster, strong layout, just pure fun. The airtime is another reason why this coaster is so good. The airtime is pure fun. The two floater hills are extremely fun. The ejector moment is also very fun. Overall, the airtime is very strong on Millennium Force, even though it only has 3 airtime moments, and you do get some good air on the drop, and that's why it's at number 6. Number 5, you may be surprised by, considering some people have considered this coaster has not had much airtime recently, but it's Magnum XL200 at Cedar Point. This coaster is known for the closing airtime hills at the end of the ride. They're amazing ejector airtime moments. They are a little jerky, though, which does kind of stink, but there's a lot of them. It's airtime hill after airtime hill after airtime hill, and you really do get strong airtime due to being triangular shaped. Standard airtime hills are not triangular shaped, they're more circular. So the more triangular airtime hills on Magnum provide stronger airtime than other coasters, but due to its jerkiness, it's not higher on the list. Number 4, you may be surprised by, but it's an amazing GCI I consider an underrated ride, American Thunder at Six Flags St. Louis. This coaster is an airtime machine. Overall, I really love American Thunder due to its ejector airtime moments and turns. And the ejector airtime, it's so strong. I've never seen any coaster like it. Very smooth, very fun. There's like 4 or 5 or 6 ejector airtime moments. I can't remember how many, but this coaster has so much airtime. You just have to love this ride. And just this coaster in general has a strong layout with some amazing ejector airtime. Number 3 is the first B&M hypercoaster on this list. It is Apollo's Chariot at Busch Gardens, Williamsburg. This coaster has some nice airtime hills throughout the ride, and it is a great B&M hypercoaster. It's the original, and the airtime it delivers is strong. It is getting weaker over the years, considering of its age, but this coaster still, after several years of operation, since 1999, this coaster is still running strong, and the airtime delivers good. Number 2 is another B&M hypercoaster. It's Diamondback at Kings Island. I love Diamondback. Definitely the best airtime-filled steel coaster out there. It's no exception. This coaster has so many amazing floater airtime moments throughout the ride, scattered throughout the ride, and there's water breaks on this ride, but considering Diamondback's airtime, the airtime is just relentless, very fun. Even though this coaster may have a rattle, this coaster has some amazing airtime, and you should be a big fan of this coaster because of its airtime. But what could be number 1? It's Shivering Timbers at Michigan's Adventure. Yes, I consider Shivering Timbers the most airtime-filled coaster I've ridden. This coaster, some of the best airtime in the world. You have to consider that. The airtime is so strong when I rode this coaster. The airtime, oh my gosh, beautiful. Great floater airtime moments from start to finish. Very fun ride. It's just airtime hill after airtime hill after airtime hill. Plus, I'm heading back to Michigan's Adventure this week, this Wednesday and Thursday, which is amazing. I'll be back there riding Shivering Timbers, and I'll be ready to ride, having some more fun times riding it with airtime. And thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more videos.